Welcome back to Pep Talk, the podcast for purpose-empowered people. I'm Sui Tauloa Simon Young.
I'm Salah Marie Young.
And we're brought to you by Pacific Enterprise People. But today we're wearing our PaCIVICa uniforms. And why is that?
Well, local elections are on. Have you seen? There's quite a bit of buzz around candidates, and you probably see their billboards around when you're driving to and from home. Yeah. And so it's a time where we're rallying together as a community here in West Auckland to bring civics, democracy, a little bit more of that in our community, especially our young people.
Fantastic. So you got some stats there that show like the young people, there are a lot of them, but they're not voting.
Yeah, well, the last local election we had 35.5% voter turnout, but 25% turnout was amongst youth and Māori, but also diverse population. So that's a concern. And so what do we do about it?
Yeah, what are we doing about it? Well, we're partnering with some special friends of ours, organisations.
Yes, we're partnering together with Tapasā, but also supported by Le Moana collective here in West Auckland, especially in the Henderson-Massey area, which is where we are based here in Auckland. Yeah. And it's happening this Friday.
This Friday, very soon, the 29th of August, 2025.
And it's at 6 to 8 p.m. at the Zeal Youth...
Zeal Youth Centre?
Yes.
Right next to West Wave Gym?
That's the one.
Yeah.
So 6 p.m. to 8, and we've invited some Pacific, Māori and Pacific candidates to meet the community, let us know a little bit about them, share a little bit about what they stand for. So we don't actually, we don't back parties, we back the people so that we can actually get to know them and they get to know our communities, but also be better informed. Yes. So we're not really telling anyone who to vote for. No. So it's politically neutral, but it is an opportunity and a forum to, have a bit of fun. There's some young people that are going to be emceeing. There's some youth that are also going to be around. So it is a family event. And Pep decided to actually, come up with PaCIVICa.
Yes.
So that we can actually bring and introduce civics to our youth, but also in not only schools, but also in our community. So what happens when we don't vote?
Yeah. Well, nothing happens, eh?
Absolutely.
If nothing happens, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Yeah, true. Yeah.
And, often, when you're in community meetings, there's a lot of complaining.
Yes.
Yeah. But then when we ask them, have you registered?
Have you voted?
Have you been informed? Do you know who's actually running? Do you know, do we know what our local boards do?
Yeah, good question. That's cool. Yeah.
So, so it's all about, bringing a bit more information, bringing or closing the gap between our communities and those that are representing their voices. Because, we believe that if you don't see yourself being represented, you can't be it. Yeah. We also want to really encourage and strengthen our communities, but also our youth when it comes to governance, being able to encourage them to get into a pathway at least to get onto school boards, prefects, and we're starting to get into grammar, one of the schools as well. So, it's an exciting space, but it isn't. We believe it's a really important one, so that you don't have to be old and 50 plus to actually get into governance. I think it's something that we can encourage our young people to do right from the get-go.
At an early stage.
Stages, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. So part of what we do at PEP is we grow leaders. We create courses, educational materials and experiences for potential leaders. And so part of that is civic leadership. The reason we form PaCIVICa is specifically for that civic leadership, because we've got local body elections happening right now in Aotearoa, and next year we've got a general election. And what's been really encouraging is there has been more Pacific people putting themselves forward, and it is not easy, so we salute all of them. But it's important also for the rest of us as citizens that we not only just see who's out there and see the names, see the smiling faces on the billboard, but actually know, what do you believe? Because when we put somebody into a local board or a council or in Parliament, we're saying, you represent me, you will do what I would do in your situation. And I guess so you'll be be holding those people to account. You'll be asking them the tough questions on Friday, eh?
Yeah, well, it's definitely a team effort. So, but yeah, there'll be some questions, a little bit of fun, but yeah, also some straight questions, because it's really important for our community to know, who is out there, who are they, what do they represent, what's been going on, how is it sort of tied back to our households and our community, especially at this time when there's a lot of uncertainty. So yeah, it's PaCIVICa, and it is something that we're really looking forward to. So yeah, so it's all happening this Friday.
Definitely. Watch our socials for more details, and we'll hope to see you there if you're in the area. Until then, ka kite anō.
Ka kite anō.